Well, a very good morning, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Today, on this sunny spring afternoon, we're in one of the most famous villages in all the Cotswolds, Upper Slaughter. I'm going to take you on a walk from Upper Slaughter to its little neighbouring village, Lower Slaughter. It's only about a mile away, and we'll be following the River Eye for most of this walk. I've done videos on these two villages before, so I'm not going to go into as much detail as usual. But it's a perfect day to go and explore these two villages. It's only about a mile walk, so if you're ready, let's get going. We're starting in Upper Slaughter. Absolutely beautiful day and very busy today. It's Easter holidays. I'll see you in a moment. Let's get going on this walk. So from Upper Slaughter to Lower Slaughter and return. See you in a moment, folks. So this is the River Eye. This is the forge in Upper Slaughter, and as I say, it's a perfect day. Just span round here, show you some of these lovely cottages. So it's quite busy today. Everyone's making the most of the sunshine, and who can blame them? But let's just have a look at this bridge for a second. You can see people paddling in the pool, having a picnic, and yeah, idyllic Cotswolds scene in late spring, early summer, and some beautiful houses in this village, and a great church. I think it's St. Peter's. So we're going to start the walk from here, up the hill, then we're going to go past the Lords of the Manor Hotel and find the footpath. I think it's the Warden's Way. So if you're ready, let's get going. Walk past these people. See on the other side of that bridge. So we're starting our walk away from the ford, uphill, and there's the church. It's St. Peter's Church, built in the 12th century Norman style. The sun is a little bit in the wrong place, so hopefully you can see this all right. Just a quick check back to where we've come from. A fantastic little place there. Sun is a bit bright today. There's the Norman church. Carrying on. Wow. If you want to know how the name Slaughter comes from, don't worry, it's nothing sinister. Slaughter comes from the word slothra, meaning muddy field or bogland area. I'll put the spelling below. Right, I'm going to just park you here because we're dead in the sunlight, but I'll show you this lovely row of cottages. This is like the centre of Upper Slaughter. I'm just parked there. And the church is to my right. We may go and have a look at that on the way back, because we've seen it before. It's like a little market square. So, I've not done this walk before. Hope we don't get lost, but if we do, that's all part of the experience. And we're coming up to the Lords of the Manor Hotel. I think it was built in 1649, 17th century definitely. Used to be the old rectory here, and now it's a luxury hotel. In my previous video of Upper Slaughter, I have filmed being here, but it's definitely recommended to go. It's a beautiful place. Hopefully I can get a good shot. I might pop back here later if the sun changes position. That's Lords of the Manor. And we're going to continue down here to the footpath, so I'll see you in a moment. This is the grounds of the Lords of the Manor. Say, the sun's in a bit of a difficult position, but as you just walk past here, you come to a footpath saying Warden's Way. And this is where we're going to go. And this will take us along the river to Lower Slaughter. There's a little map there, says where we are. So let's head down here. Here we go, over a little bridge. I think we found the first footpath. First, just a little bit of the river again, the River Eye. Birds are singing. Absolutely perfect day. So, another view of the Lords of the Manor, and then if I pan round, this is the way we're going. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? And there is the manor. Look at that, folks. Hopefully you get to see that. What a stunning place on the riverbank. If I just pan around, you can see where the river flows. Back round here to this gate over here. I'll see you in there in a second. Back on the path. Nice easy bit. You can hear the river down there. We'll join it in a moment. Yeah, just a perfect spring day. It's quite warm. I'm in shorts, t-shirt, and yeah, absolutely beautiful. I'll see you at that next gate, as it's a bit of a straight bit and there's some people coming up who may not appreciate being on YouTube in front of thousands of people, hopefully. So I'll see you at the next gate. See you in a sec. So just almost at that stile. Just want to show you where we've come from. Down here is the river, or tributary of the river, the Eye. A little bit of wind around, I'm sorry to say, but when is it not windy in the Cotswolds? Absolutely perfect day. Just perfect. Nobody here now. Escape the masses. You can't blame people for coming out in the daylight today, can you? Actually, I can actually already see the mill of Lower Slaughter, so we're not very far already. I told you it wasn't very far. I filmed pretty much all of it as well. 1 kilometre maybe. Obviously we've got to come back a slightly different way. So, but yeah, I'll just switch the camera off, rest the battery for a minute till we get a little bit nearer to Lower Slaughter. See you in a moment. Hopefully you can see the mill there. We're not very far away now from Lower Slaughter. I just thought I'd show you a little bit more of this idyllic little river and the surrounding countryside. Let's just pop over here and let these folks go by so they're not on the camera. And yeah, there's the mill. Tell you a little bit about the mill. And I think we go through this little gap here and then we're in the village. Oh, look at it. All the blossoms starting to come out, the buds on the trees. Summer is on its way, folks, and there'll be plenty more content. Absolutely beautiful. Probably the most overused word I have on these videos, but I'm always inspired by the sheer beauty of this area. Okay, I'll just stop the camera here as we're got to negotiate a tractor and trailer, car and trailer. So I'll see you in a moment. So we've just turned out from here and we're now by the watermill, which I believe was built in the 18th century. It powered the mill. Obviously this village was associated with the wool industry like so many Cotswold villages. It's now a cafe and restaurant, and yeah, see if I can get a better view of it here. There we go. The mill was in action a minute ago. Every so often they let the water out and it flows through and moves the wheel. So yeah, what a beautiful place. And we're into Lower Slaughter. So the village is only about a mile away, connected by this River Eye. But yeah, let's just have a look at that mill. Absolutely stunning. There's it moving again. The sun is slightly in an awkward position, so you might feel more coming back the other way. But you'll notice these bridges, a number of bridges that crisscross the River Eye. These quintessential English cottages here, absolutely stunning. They're called Slatter bridges, are they called? Can't quite remember the name. Slatter bridges, or I'll put the description below. Clapper bridges, they're called clapper bridges. So look at that. Clatter Bridge. We're just going to carry on walking through the village now. Look at these cottages. Daffodils are out in bloom. Absolutely perfect place. Look at that, everybody. And when we leave this village, after having a pint in the hotel, we'll be going up that path there, up that road there. But first of all, let's just enjoy this scenery of Lower Slaughter. There is a little bit of work being done. I think some sewage pipes have broken, so some of this is a little bit hidden away while they do the work. But yeah, the old schoolhouse coming up here. Absolutely beautiful. And this little area, you might recognise this. It was part of Father Brown was filmed here. No, that was Upper Slaughter. There was another famous period drama filmed here. It escapes my memory. It's in the other video I've made, but I will put the name of the programme. Not Pride and Prejudice, but one of those great period dramas was filmed here. Yeah, it's blocked off here, so we can't actually go any further. We have to cross the bridge. So let's go and do that. So, almost at one of my favourite drinking establishments, Lower Slaughter Manor, is it called? My memory's bad today. Again, I'll put the description when we find it. But we're just walking along the banks of the Eye. In the distance there's the spire of St Mary's Church in Lower Slaughter. That was that area I was at just now, obviously on the other side. And we're just going to continue till we come to the hotel, and then I'll show you a little bit of the church, and I'll also show you what's described by many as the most beautiful street in England. There's the village hall, sorry, the village school. It's called the Slaughters Country Inn, sorry. The Slaughters Country Inn. There's also a manor house here that we'll just show you very briefly. But first, let's have a break from our walk. I hope you've enjoyed that first walk from Upper to Lower Slaughter. We've obviously got to go back. But first, let's just have a drink. Come with me. Let's have a pint at this country, the Slaughters Country Inn. Absolutely idyllic place. On this fine, lovely day. A bit of noise. There's the Church of St Mary. But yeah, here's this beautiful river, and this street that this guy is walking down with the dogs, and this road is often known as the most beautiful street in England. And here we have the garden, and what a fantastic garden it is. Beautiful place to sit out and eat and drink. We're going to go and find a table, and I'll see you in there in a mo. See you in a sec.